In this video tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to do the magic circle method in crochet. For those of you who have been brought to this video from my Santa Fe Nights knitted bag pattern, this is going to show you how to produce the bottom of the bag so that you can then slip it onto some circular needles and knit up from there. Today I have a Yarnology crochet hook, and I've got a skein of I love this yarn in Sandfrost. It's a very pretty, luxurious, kind of pearly color. I'm a huge fan of Hobby Lobby, as you can probably tell. All of these can be purchased from hobbylobby.com or at one of their stores. Now, the pattern calls for a much smaller hook and a much smaller yarn, but for those of you who don't know how to do the magic circle, I thought that a larger hook and a larger yarn would be more helpful. So to begin the magic circle, you take your yarn like so, and you position your hand in this way. I always start by draping my yarn over the backs of my two fingers, pinch it with your thumb, then wrap your yarn around. As long as you have an X across your first two fingers, and you have two lines across the tops of your fingers, you're ready to begin your magic circle. Insert your crochet hook underneath and over the bottom yarn, pulling it out and doing a small twist. Then take your hook over here and you simply pull this yarn through the loop. You've got a little circle now. Next, you can wrap your yarn around your fingers, or if you're a new crocheter, it may not be as easy for you to do that, but it's a lot easier than it looks, I assure you. So, in this tutorial, I'm going to be doing double crochets into a magic circle, which is what the Santa Fe Nights bag pattern also calls for. To begin the double crochets into the magic circle, you simply yarn over twice, pull it through the loop, then yarn over. I find that pinching the circle with my thumb and forefinger, thumb and index finger, is actually more helpful. Yarn over. Then what you're doing is you're just pulling the yarn through the circle, yarn over again, and then, oops, then yarn over, pull through two loops, yarn over, pull through two loops. Now, I'll do it again and try to go a bit slower. Yarn over, pinch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the very first loop on your crochet hook, yarn over again, pull the hook through these two loops. You'll have two loops left, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the circle, yarn over again. You're pulling through that very first loop, yarn over again, pull through the next two, yarn over, and pull through the remaining loops. Now, as you can see, you've got 3 stitches on the circle. And what you're doing is you're crocheting onto the circle that you've made. That's what pulling the yarn through the circle does. And if you make a mistake, you'll know rather quickly because your stitches won't be on that circle. For the tutorial and for the pattern, the Santa Fe Nights bag, it calls for 12 double crochets in the magic circle. So we're going to skip ahead while you work on that. Alright, after your 12 stitches, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Now, this is where the magic comes in as far as the magic circle goes. You're simply going to take the tail and pull it, which will create a nice, even little circle, as you can see. And that's your 12 stitches. Now the next step is super easy. All you're going to do is a slip stitch. And to do that, all you have to do is take your crochet hook and insert it into the very first stitch on the other side of the circle, which actually is the first stitch that you did in your circle. So insert, yarn over, and then pull through both loops on your hook. Next, depending on the pattern you are using, all you have to do is chain 1, or perhaps 2, depending on your pattern, like I said. And essentially, what you're going to be doing from here on out is making stitches in each of the stitches along the circle. The hard part is over. You've already made the perfect circle. So, yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over again. You're going to pull through just like you did in the beginning. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over one more time and pull through these 2 loops. If the pattern calls for you to do a stitch in the first 2 stitches and then 2 in the next, I'm going to show you an example of how that can be done. So yarn over, and this is for double crochet only. If you're doing single crochets, you don't have to yarn over in the beginning. That's just how the double crochet stitch is formed. So you yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over again, pull through that first loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. Now, when it asks you to make 2 stitches in the next stitch, it's very simple. I'm just going to walk you through it before ending the video. You yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over again, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over one more time and pull through. Now, instead of going over to the next stitch, you're going to be crocheting one more stitch in the stitch you are stitch in. So, yarn over, find the loop that you've already stitched into. Very easy to find, but insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through that loop, yarn over, pull through these 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. Now, depending on your pattern again, you'll know where to go from here. It's the same basic movements throughout the entire pattern. And in the case of the Santa Fe Nights bag, you're going to have a few rows of increases and then a few rows of well, more increases really. You're going to enlarge the circle. And the reason that I chose to do a crochet bottom for the bag was because, as a knitter may be able to tell, the crochet stitches are thicker than the knit stitches, or at least thicker than the stockinette stitches. I felt that that would make a sturdier bag, and that's one of the wonderful advantages of crochet or hybrid knitting, where you use crochet and knitting in one pattern. So it's super simple. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will get back to you. If you like the video and you'd like to show some support for Fresh Off the Needles, please subscribe down below. I appreciate this. This is Callie B, and I hope you have a great day.